Good evening. This is your host, Modesty, of the Celebrity Spotlight Live talk show, and welcome. At Celebrity Spotlight Live, we take our listeners beyond the lights, the cameras, and the action of actors, celebs, authors, movie critics, gospel singers, businessmen and businesswomen, and other noteworthy professionals. Tonight is Boss Lady Tuesday, and we are privileged and honored and elated to have as our guest boss lady on this Tuesday, Patricia Cameron. Pat Cameron is a makeup and eyebrow artist. How are you this evening, Pat?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for accepting. We are going to get right into our interview. But before we do, I would just like to say that Pat Cameron was responsible for doing the makeup for a shoot that I took last year in 2015, and I wouldn't stop bragging on her and talking about her because she did such a phenomenal job. And not only that, but Pat has received raved reviews on a review site called Yelp. And I just want to read some of the reviews that have been written about you, Miss Cameron. One lady from Santa Monica, California says, there is nobody like Patricia for threading. I used to get my lips threaded in L.A. at great places, but would have to return every 3 weeks. And the same thing happened in New York City. But not only is Pat a lovely person professionally, but I don't know how anyone could find someone better. And another review on Yelp says, Pat is a magician. So you are referred to Pat Cameron as a magician by one of your clients. she does amazing.
I take it in stride.
Okay. She does amazing work, and when you finish, you will understand that she is the truth and the life. And one more review I'm going to read from Yelp from a customer in New York City. A true makeup and eyebrow guru. Patricia is professional, she's friendly, she has a great spirit, and she makes me look fantastic every time I work with her. I trust her completely and would definitely recommend her services without hesitation. No matter how jacked up your eyebrows may be, Patricia will do you right.
Oh,
So
my
you are
gosh.
so loved. You are so loved. Okay, love,
I
let me
love
get right
you.
into the interview now. I would like to know, Pat, when did your journey into makeup artistry begin?
It was about 7 years ago, actually. In a past life, I was
Is it the past
finance,
life?
finance
Okay.
and marketing background. And I
Mm.
prayed really hard about finding my passion. And
Okay.
as as luck would have it, and God kind of led me to just pursuing my passion for makeup and just going to Barnes and Noble, picking up every noteworthy author and looking at their
Wow.
books. And after my contract was up, at the time I was with the Board of Ed, I just said, you know what, I'm going to go full force, take a pay cut, and
Mm.
obviously just pursue what makes me happy. And I
That's
started working
great.
at a makeup counter. Yeah.
Look at that. And it's interesting that you said you took a pay cut. You took a risk, and so many successful men and women in their career said that they took risks. And when you're
Mm-hmm.
passionate about something, nothing will stand in the way. And I am sure that you are glad
Oh,
today
yeah.
that okay, and you are a happy camper that you
Very.
made that decision, and God answered your prayer, and it is paying off. Another question is this: how far have you traveled to service your clients, or rather, what is the furthest you've traveled to service your clients?
I've gone as far as the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Wow.
U.S. Virgin Islands to do a makeup show, makeup class, different things like that. So
Okay.
I don't mind hopping on a plane.
That's wonderful, Pat. And you said something else that was important too. You said you read up, you read, and you researched what it was that you
um,
wanted to do. You know, you
yeah.
didn't just come into the business willy nilly, as they say. I'm just going to do this. This is what I like, and maybe someone will hire me. Maybe I'll get selected for a salon. But you did some research and reading, and that is so important. And that right there says that you were serious,
Yes.
very serious
Yes.
about making that change, going from the
Mhm.
board of ed to being a boss lady, because that's what you are, Pat. You're a boss lady.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's exactly what you are. You are on your own. You are an entrepreneur. You're doing your thing. You are a boss lady, and that's one of the reasons why we've chosen you, because you have done so well in doing what it is that you do. Tell us about some of the celebrity clientele you've serviced. Now that so impressed me. Now you're so modest. And yeah, you should be called Modesty number 2. You're so modest because you don't talk a lot. When we first met, you didn't talk a whole lot about who it was, that you were servicing, but we did go over some names, and you can share some of them with us. And you was just so modest about it. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm sure you've heard of course, Prince. You know, Prince has passed away. And what
Mhm.
has blown my mind about him is he was a super, super, super duper star. But it just impressed me and amazed me how humble he was. He didn't even want a funeral.
Yeah.
He just wanted,
Um,
he was just so
so some
humble.
of the people that I've done
Mhm.
include magazine editors such as Essence Magazine,
Mhm.
InStyle beauty editors, um, New York City radio personalities,
Wow.
um, Jaheim, to name a few, as far as my male grooming clients on his
Oh, wait
last
a minute.
album.
You have male. Okay, do
Yeah.
tell. She has had
Yeah.
male clients too. Wow.
Oh yeah. So I did the last album cover for him, the last shoot that he did for his album.
Amazing.
Uh,
Amazing.
well, some
Amazing.
of the VH1 reality personalities,
Mhm.
things like that.
Listen, you have quite a portfolio.
Yeah.
And Jaheim is loved, and I'm sure that was a lot of fun, wasn't
Oh, it was amazing. His
it?
voice in person, I had to concentrate.
Okay, listen, tell the
His
truth, shame
voice
the
is
devil.
amazing.
Tell the truth, okay. Now he talks just like he sound, right? That deep voice he has when you're talking to him. He
Oh
seems to be
yeah,
very down to earth.
very down to earth, very nice, very personable, and it's amazing how his voice is
Mhm.
even more so in person.
Mm.
It's like
In person.
amazing. Mhm.
So did you have to fly out for that as well, or was this
No, he was
everything?
actually here in New York City to do the shoot.
Oh,
Mhm.
great. That's wonderful. Pat, tell us some of the services that you offer your clients.
So I am a makeup artist. So I offer traditional makeup, airbrush
Mhm.
makeup, brow shaping and grooming, tinting, as well as
Okay.
lash tinting. And my most popular service as of now is the 3D embroidery, which is a semi-permanent tattoo for the
Wow.
eyebrow that basically fills in gaps, addresses symmetry, and allows women to have the brow that they've always dreamed of.
Wow. You
Mhm.
are amazing. You are I've never even heard of that type of eyebrow artistry before. I've heard of threading and of course tweezing because I experienced that with
Mhm.
you. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't get started unless the brows are done.
okay. That's amazing.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, this is Crystal.
Hi, Lady C. Hold on one moment, darling. If you have any
Okay.
questions for Pat Cameron, we're going to give you a moment at the end of the interview. You can ask her any questions you would like as it relates to what she's doing. Pat?
Hi.
Okay, darling. There's another service that you offer to tell us a little bit about that. It's for some of the cancer survivors or women who are experiencing cancer and they've lost, hairs and they've lost eyelids and eyebrows and things like that?
Yeah, so it's actually the same technique with the 3D
Oh, okay.
embroidery,
Oh,
also
okay.
known as microblading, also known as feather strokes.
Mm.
So clients who come to me either have a brow and just want a better one, or some of them suffer from alopecia,
Okay,
where they've
right. That's
actually lost the hair due to the
mm,
autoimmune deficiency,
right.
or they have trichomania, where they have a
Mm.
disorder where they pull out their brows.
Mhm.
And I've had instances, obviously, with cancer survivors due to chemo, their brows never come back completely, or just
Mhm.
the regular overwaxing in your nail salons
Okay.
and brows just never growing back the same. So that technique allows the the the, the opportunity to
Mhm.
have what you want.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And that's good because you as the boss lady, you as the esthetician, customers are first. What the customer wants is first.
Mhm.
Sometimes individuals who are entrepreneurs and who are in that line of work,
Yeah.
they do what they like to a certain extent. They'll give the customers what they want, but then again, they'll add some of them onto it. And there's nothing like having a happy customer because, of course, that's what
And
the customer's paying for, the best service, etc. And I think it's amazing that you're offering cancer survivors and people with women who have lost, eyelids and hair due to certain diseases, the opportunity to still be beautiful. Because when you
yeah.
go through things like that, sometimes you feel bad, you're sad, and you need a lot of support. But like you said, you give people the look that they want, and you make them beautiful. Although we are all masterpieces made by God's hands, but
Exactly.
sometimes there's nothing wrong with enhancements. There's nothing wrong with color and colors because some of us
Mhm.
need it. Some people have naturally beautiful skin like yourself. You know what I'm saying? But some of us need help like me. And sometimes, it's really, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but, sometimes a little foundation, a little eyeshadow and stuff like that, everything helps.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we have a few more minutes here. Do you have dreams, Pat, of ever having your own cosmetic line or lash line or even your own beauty tools, meaning like your own eye bright
Oh,
pencil or
definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think about having tools that are specific to my trade and
mm,
eventually teaching, so that way people who I take under my wing to pursue their passion of the same craft that I do will have things that make the job easier, that make them unique and stand out
okay.
from the crowd, you know. So
Right, right.
in this world of business, you have
A
to have
niche.
something that makes you unique.
Different.
Yeah. Mhm.
From everybody else, right? Because no one wants
Exactly.
to be like someone else. And just listening to you, Pat, you're already different
Oh, thank
because
you.
yes, darling, because of the kind of work that you do. And what adds to what you do is you have personality.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing like working with someone who has no personality, no emotions. They're not courteous, they're not kind. Because what you do, it takes time to get a face
Mhm.
done. You can't a
Oh
person
yeah.
can't just jump in the chair and like, okay, can you get me done in like 10 minutes? It takes time because you want them to look good and you also take pride in what it is that you're doing because you spend hours
Yeah.
preparing and learning and reading books and things to become an esthetician. And like
Mhm.
I said earlier, it really does pay off. Last two questions, my dear. Were there any challenges? This is the question I want to ask you too. When you allowed or when you told, let's say, family or friends that this is what you wanted to do, were there any challenges or did you get any pushback or did you get major support? And the reason I'm asking you that is because sometimes we really find out who our haters are when we share with them what it is that we want to do to better ourselves or to move forward in a particular career, and especially if that career has the ability to make us a millionaire. Sometimes who they really are comes out.
Well, I will say I come from a family of entrepreneurs. So my parents,
Oh, that's
even
great.
though they sent me to school for finance and marketing,
Mhm.
they embraced the idea that I wanted to be my own boss or start this makeup journey and have this
Mm.
entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
Um, you know, it was a shocker for some people. Obviously, like, social media, people that went to school with you and they're going, okay,
Really?
you're doing makeup now, okay. But what I
Hmm.
will say is, when you're passionate about what you do and you let your craft speak for itself,
Yes.
they'll come around, because the same
Exactly.
people who were, I guess, not so much negative, but more questioning my decision,
Mm.
they've come around to be very supportive. And
Okay.
yeah, they're either vocal or silent supporters. But I've
Wow.
received a lot of good referrals. And I
Okay.
remember one of my first clients were like high school friends from
Wow.
off of Facebook. So I
Wow.
will say, though, the the hesitance that I did receive was getting into the actual makeup industry, having come from a corporate background.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
Pounding the pavement,
Mm.
trying to get some sort of experience with a company. It was a little hard, but I literally had to take a night part-time position in Jersey. I remember this.
Wow.
A night part-time cosmetic job in New
Mm.
Jersey. So I'm paying
Mm.
toll and I'm doing double taxation
Wow.
just
That's
to
right, 'cause
get
it's
the
the States.
experience. Yeah, so that I could eventually come back to New York and say, look, now will you hire me? But
That's great. Mhm.
yeah, God knew my journey, because I met amazing people, and it had to happen the way it did.
Okay.
So I'm glad.
Okay. Right, because you learned a lot from it, and it's just a blessing. Okay, I hear something. Before we get off the phone, I'm going to share something with you that I hear in the spirit. Um, when you're thirsty and you're hungry, you do it, and the fact that you went from one state to another, although Jersey is across the bridge. Listen, the
Yeah.
bridge fare is not cheap. Okay,
It was
not at all.
$13, but it's
Come on,
yeah.
$13 is not cheap, but you did that. You had push, and Pat. Some people need to hear that. Did you encounter any racism?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
definitely.
wow,
I started with a brand that embraces all colors, all ethnicities,
okay, mhm,
and regardless of that, it's primarily, a Caucasian line.
mm,
So I remember having events where we book a bridal party, and
okay,
there may be 4 or 5 women coming in to get a makeup done to attend a wedding, and out of the 5 artists that are there to service them, I'm the one black woman.
what?
So it was almost as if we give them the option to choose what chair they're going to sit in, and it was almost like
Mhm,
musical chairs.
mm,
Everybody's dancing around my chair, like
like something was in
but
your chair.
yeah, but in my spirit, I'm just laughing, because I'm going, whoever chooses my chair, one of you have to sit. So I'm gonna have
Exactly.
a ball with your face. And I remember this time when I'm just having such a good time with my client, and her other 4 girlfriends are like breaking their necks to see what's going on in this fifth chair. Like, what's going
mm,
on in Pat's chair? Because I'm doing
right.
brows. I'm offering
Okay.
services that my other counterparts don't. So I'll tweak the brow. I'm doing all this other stuff, incorporating some lashes for her. And
Wow.
lo and behold, a couple weeks after that event, one of the girlfriends that was there called to say, hey, a couple weeks ago you did my friend's makeup, and I love
Look at
what you did
that.
with her.
Look at
So
that.
it comes right back around. But you don't approach the same negativity with
That's right,
negativity.
hon.
You just let
Exactly. Exactly.
professionalism and let your work speak for itself, and just call it a
That's
day.
right. Exact. Oh, I love her spirit. I love your spirit. And with that kind of spirit, you are already far. I'm not going to say you're going even further than you are now, because this is definitely for you. Like I said earlier, you have the right temperament for it and the right personality for it and the patience. And being that you've been doing this for 7 years, you already pretty much know what to expect, and what not to expect, and you're not going to let anything get in the way. And from all of that negativity at that show, you got a customer out of that.
Yeah.
No one wanted to sit in your chair,
Mhm.
and it's probably because, Pat, you see faces like a canvas, do you not?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. And you
And you don't
begin
care
to
what
paint.
color it is.
Come
Mhm.
on. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And with that type of attitude, you'll definitely go far. Lady C?
Yes.
Okay, love. Go ahead. We have a few more minutes left, and then we'll be at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and then I have to let her go because I know she's very, very busy. You have any questions for Pat Cameron?
No, not really. I'm sorry that I came in kind of late.
That's okay. I'm just glad that you're here. I'm just glad that you did come. Pat, share with us your contact information if someone wanted to have you do, let's say, a bridal party. I'm going to share your information, too, once I get back on Twitter. But how
Okay.
can you be contacted?
So the best way to contact me is either through my Instagram account, which is
Okay.
at Pat Cameron,
Right.
or on my website, which is beautybypatcameron.com.
Right.
And I have links there where you can actually book online
Okay.
and choose your appointment times and come and see me here at my studio in Manhattan. 222 East 34th Street,
Okay.
Suite 11, New York, New York 10016.
Okay. The last time I talked to you, I think you was in the midst of a transition. Am I correct? Getting ready to make a decision about something very special was getting ready to take place that week of. I think you was getting ready to leave one place maybe and go to another or open up some place.
Right.
Or
Exactly. So that's exactly what happened. So I was working at the Plaza Hotel for a very prominent salon here in the city in Midtown. And eventually I built up my clientele to a level where I'm able to have my own studio on my own on 34th Street.
Look at
so
that.
that's where I am 4 days a week, and I love it. So it's very personable, very intimate, a very nice setting, and my clients can come and receive professional services.
I am so proud. Oh, my God, I'm so proud of you. I am
Thank
so proud
you.
of you, Pat. Well, before we go, I'm just going to say this. God, I thank you for Pat Cameron. I thank you for blessing her hands. I thank you for blessing her mind. I thank you for gifting her to do what it is that she does. I thank you for opening up doors that she never even expected. Thank you for opening up doors that might seem impossible to others, but with you all things are possible. I am praying that you will bless her to the point where her name will continue to be a household word. Take her, Lord, to the TV, to the reality shows. Take her, Lord, to the television. Take her, Lord, into theater. Take her, Lord God, further than she's ever gone before. And when she is ready, help her to write that book that is on the inside of her, where she shares her journey in the business from beginning to end. Everything that she touched, I pray that she will be blessed. And everyone who sits in front of her, I pray that they will never forget her. Everyone who sits in front of her, I pray that they will be able to feel her love and feel her kindness. In Jesus' name, thank you for blessing Pat Cameron, because she's an MIM. She is a millionaire in the making. Thank you for everything that you've brought her through and what you have brought her to, her own studio. I pray that there will never, ever be a time when she is not busy. Never, ever be a time when she's not busy. Bless the Lord continuously in Jesus' name. Pat, thank you so much. And thank you, Lady C, for dialing in, for accepting. Hold on, let me cut this off. Hold on.